We're out here in Memphis today, just down from Iona Corners Tavern. This is a 70 Mustang Boss 302. Todd Town is the owner. He is with me right now. Todd, how we doing?
Not bad, but you say Iona Corners, but the bar over there is called Breeders.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Well, that was a nickname because their last name was Breed, but yes.
Okay.
It's the same place, but
yeah.
Played drums there. I had a lot of good times over there.
Probably about a par 5 from here, right? Maybe a little longer.
I could still probably make it.
You could drive it. Okay.
I could drive it.
Very good. And the big significance with this car, because there's the Mach 1, of course, the GTs, and that kind of stuff from 70. But this one, the Boss 302, was really meant for Trans Am racing because they had the 5-liter limit, correct?
It was, and they only made the Boss 302 in 69 and 70, and then they made it again in 2012 and 2013. There's only two runs of the Boss 302.
And they would race against the Camaros, the Z28s that had the 302, and then of course the Challengers and the AAR Cudas, because the 340, technically they allowed that in there. So, but this is a 4-speed, it's got a Hurst shifter on it. We're going to go around it, and then when we get to the other side, Todd's going to open up the hood. You can see how nice this thing is on the inside. And after this, we're going to take it for a drive, by the way. So there you see the. I was saving that for a little teaser. But that's okay. That's okay. So the Hurst shifter, that was not original, correct, or was it?
The Hurst shifter is original.
It is.
The boot for it is not original, but I have the original. And I haven't put it back on there.
Why?
Just haven't had time to do it.
Okay, and I love the louvers. Of course, any one of these 69 or 70 Mustangs.
Sports slats, they're called.
That's sports slats. Okay, and of course, I love the black in the back here. And the difference between the 70 and the 69, because they're pretty much the same car. The 69 had something like right ahead of the rear wheel. Had like was that an actual brake duct or was that decorational?
They didn't. The logo on the side of the 69 is different. That's it. Really
it is different. Okay. Yeah. All right. And well, of course, there's one big difference here in the front too, and this is why I like the 70 better than the 69, and that's these right here, these little slits on the right side, because the 70 had the 4 headlights, right? I believe.
69.
69. Excuse me. Look at that. Did you have this reworked, or was it not original and you made it original?
It was original, but it looked like it was from 1970. So the guy that does all my work, what happened was I was up in New Hampshire and found a Roadrunner, 1970 Roadrunner, and I bought that car, and he had this car sitting in this barn. I said, "Is that for sale?" And he goes, "They're all for sale." So I went up 3 weeks later and bought it, but it needed to be finished.
Okay.
So we ended up taking it back to the firewall. Some of the fenders, there was a little bit of rust. The motor looked nasty, so we rebuilt the motor. My buddy Bart did. Bartified is what it is, Chris Warnock. He took it from the firewall forward. We replaced everything. We built everything in it. Motor, everything, transmission.
Wow.
Total. Wasn't a frame off, but it was as close as you can get to a frame off. Because the guys that had restored it did a good job. The paint, they did the paint, but they didn't do anything with the drivetrain, the motor, any of it. So
gotcha. So it's as original as it can be, 99% original?
Yep.
The headers are different, right? Or something, I think? No. Or did they come with headers?
No, they came with.
Okay. Yeah, so basically this was the street version of the car that they ran the Trans Am series with.
Yes.
And I know like on Vintage Weekend, they'll have an actual class where they'll have those 3 cars, the Mustangs, the Camaros, and the Challenger Cudas, and Firebirds too, all out there running together. Although the Firebird had the 326, so...
The thing with these, which Doug's going to find out when he drives this, there was no power steering and no power brakes. And I don't know how these guys raced it, because I've raced cars. Doug knows I've raced cars. But when you drive this, I cannot imagine going around a track like the Trans Am series and trying to fight this thing and shift through the gears and all that. But
well, that Saab 900 that I drove in the 4-cylinder super stocks, that didn't have power steering. And the nice thing was you really kind of felt the track.
Well, if you're around
a little better,
you're in a circle, if you're in a circle, it's not a bad deal.
Yeah,
but these
right,
guys
left,
weren't in a circle.
Yeah, and they're shifting and
down,
doing the
slowing down, using the brakes and all that.
The Ricky Rudd heel toe thing too. Which I remember the first time
I
saw that on TV.
It's finesse.
Like,
it was all
wow.
finesse, but they must have had calves like a a cow and forearms like a mule.
Yeah, I always said they might not have been able to dance, but they had some pretty fast feet to be able to do that. So the next video, like we said, we're going to fire this thing up, take it for a quick ride. Todd needs to get some of the fuel out before the winter comes, so I was nice enough to volunteer to do that. So make sure to come back for the next video. Is going to be the very next one we're going to air here. So thanks, guys, and Todd, I appreciate this, man.
You're welcome, Doc.
This has always been my favorite Mustang, and it's going to be fun to actually, see what it's like.
Right.